Well, I think the first tip I would have is that there's a lot of dark days in these kind of businesses. There's some days where it's very obvious why we went into business and why we love doing what we do. But there's a lot of other days where we wish people would be calling us. We wish we were charging the right price and we had money in the bank. And there's a financial struggle that's real. I'd say it's a day-to-day struggle. The contractors, blue collar people in this world are the people who are in the crawl spaces behind the walls and the attics and the places nobody wants to go. And and I really feel in my heart that they deserve to get the best. And so that's really what I'm here for. But I think the biggest tip I can give you is when you feel like um, not making your problem transparent and isolating yourself, that's not the answer. The answer is to find help by somebody else who is doing better. And here's the weird part, Emily. Even in your own market, I know you're in Milwaukee and I'm in Los Angeles. I used to live in Northern Illinois when I was growing up. What I didn't realize is that the people who I thought were my competitors, if I had walked into their shop and just talked to them like real people, they would have invited me in and been happy to give me tips or advice on how to get better. And so, my first thing I would say is that when you're struggling and you're in the darkest period of your life as a contractor, which is quite often, more often than the public sees, my advice is to find a regional non-competitor that you can go visit to get a boost, if you will, of enthusiasm and new ideas and a new paradigm, which means a new way of looking at your trade. With me, like I didn't get out of my dysfunction. I was $471,000 in debt. It took me one of my clients who said, "Joe, how's it?" He said, firstly, Emily, he goes, "Joe, how's it going?" And I said, "It's going great, Dave. I'm doing great." And he goes, "Joe, how's it really going?" And I said, "Why do you ask, Dave?" And he goes, "I can tell something's not right." And then he was fortunate enough to kind of peel the onion in a way, kind of open me up. And then I told him the truth. And then he gave me golden answers that changed my life. I mean, and it wasn't like a long time. It took like a week. I was increasing my abilities to communicate value to my clients. And that's the same thing I do at Service MVP. I try to give I call small bigs, Emily, small things that can make a big difference so you can get that 5-star review every time and still get a profitable outcome for your business. That's the key thing.